Hello Indian Agent 47's fans, how you all doing? They are not your fans. And who might you be, mister? My name is Adam Jensen and I'm an ex-SWAT covert task force double agent. Well then you should be happy because this video is based on you. Good. But not in a very positive way. I never asked for this. Let me just start off by saying taking your favorite show or game and calling it underrated has become a trend at this point, cause it makes some people feel better about watching or playing it than thinking, wow, I'm appreciating this underrated gem while other losers are enjoying mainstream media. Boo! They think of themselves as some sort of art connoisseurs. And have you ever heard the saying Witcher 3 the underrated indie developer gem? I'm not quoting this from the Gaming Circle Jerk subreddit, by the way. Witcher 3, underrated. Are you freaking kidding me? Liking something specific doesn't make you cool. Enjoy what you enjoy. So now when I say that Deus Ex Mankind Divided is underrated,
it actually is underrated.
But before I begin, I have some good news. Recently, Square Enix CEO himself confirmed that Deus Ex is not in fact abandoned and they will return to it when they have time. And recently the developers, Eidos Montreal, opened a new studio with this big ass Adam statue. Why do you think they did that? The Avengers game, for which Deus Ex was scrapped for, is coming to a close soon and all these point towards a sequel in the works. Cyberpunk 2077 is releasing next year, however delayed, and it would be the perfect opportunity to announce it, not release it at E3. But anyways, for introduction, it's one of the rare stealth RPG genre game with open-ended hub-style open worlds and traveling between exotic locations mostly to uncover a global conspiracy. I know the conspiracy part sounds cheesy, but believe me, here they did a pretty good job. It only got major attention a couple of times in its entire lifespan and a lot of them were for negative reasons. The first time was during its announcement trailer, which was a positive one since it ignited hype, and the 101 trailer was another positive entry. But the rest is one ugly picture. It first got its controversy during the infamous pyramid scheme bonuses pre-order bollocks. Basically, the more the pre-orders are registered, the more bonuses you get. It got so much backlash for this, they actually removed it. The second one was during the release time and perhaps the most attention this game ever got, the microtransactions. I don't think I need to explain what this is. And the third negative response / controversy was the fact that dudes from Eidos Montreal, the developers of this game, told this dude about how during its development they had to cut the game in half and keep the second part for a sequel. And this one pretty much lessened the already lessened reputation of the game. But enough of this sadness, time for me to debunk. Number 1. All of these stunts were done by Square Enix. Don't forget, these are the same guys who put Sleeping Dogs on ice because apparently selling 1.5 million copies in 1 month is a failure. They were also going to destroy Hitman, which is pretty much why I had the will to live. And second, the microtransactions. This one is going to be tricky cause a lot of you will disagree with this. Look, on my first playthrough I did only one side quest in total aside from the main campaign, and I still had about 80% of the augmentations for which the microtransactions are designed for. And the next time when I got my PC, I did all side quests, explored all the hidden areas like how this game is meant to be played, and in the end I had all the orcs and weapons. So I think here the developers deliberately made it so you won't need to get the microtransactions if you play the game, and for this Eidos Montreal, I love you. And third, about the half cutting, I'm really just thinking, if what I played was actually half of what they were going to make, then the entire game would have been 100 hours long. Cause this game is really big. The massive campaign is about 30 hours and doing all the well crafted and long side quests along with exploring the map can net you another 30. This is my personal opinion, but this thought of being unfinished can only be justified if you have rushed through the storyline without doing any side content or exploration. Deus Ex is one of those games where you take your time. It doesn't have a 3.82 square mile open world. It's a game with highly detailed and masterfully crafted environments and cities with each area given a lot of thought and love. I think Prague is one of the best environments ever created, like I said in another video. Just the vibe, the looks of it, the construction, the tons of secret areas and passages are well done, and the quests and missions give you all the more reason to stay there. There are a ton of rooms and stashes just waiting to be explored and things looted. To top it all up, this game acknowledges it by giving you exploration XP rewards. Place which might seem like a normal apartment might have some valuables, or maybe it's connected to a restricted area and serves as a way of infiltrating into that. Or you might find a dead body and its quest starting point with it. It's a work of art. This design is pretty rare. The other examples I can think of are Hitman and Dishonored, and talking about the latter, I was first going to title this video Deus Ex Mankind Divided the Cyberpunk Dishonored, cause the similarities are endless. You have a cyberpunk blink and a lot of other awesome augments which are really fun to play with. The only difference is Mankind Divided is not that popular. The beauty of this game system is that it allows for a very personal type of gameplay experience where you decide what orcs to use, how to use them, and how you can chain them up and make your own paths obscure scenarios. There's also a lethal or non-lethal playthrough style option, again similar to Dishonored, and you have tons of options for both the styles. They also did a really good job at the stealth aspect of this game. Multiple paths and ways into an enemy territory, and every little area, every cover, and every enemy to every item is so well placed. It's a great combination of stealth, espionage, and exploration. For example, here in the city's Mafia Gang hideout, I can go to the bar on the left of it. It's not a bar, but anyways. And on the top, if you look up, you will find this red platform. Now, chances are you might think it's a simple decoration or part of the out of bounds or an inaccessible area of the map. But if you try, just in case, Jensen actually climbs up. And from there, you'll find a passageway among the apartments which leads straight to the hideout. You can also go to the right and find this apartment. Well, nothing special about it, but as you go through the first door, you're automatically in the enemy territory. Another option is to transverse the sewers, where a simple ladder will take you to the Mafia grounds. And yet another option is to find a key card, multiple of which are scattered around the city, and use it to enter from the main door. Wait, there's more, you can even just shoot it. And I'm just talking about the outskirts of the area. There's a huge building to infiltrate with the same intricate and complex design. There are tons of areas like this throughout the game, each vastly different in styles, look and size, but maintaining this design's philosophy. The side quests, on the other hand of this game, are like the extras you buy with your meal, but somehow they turn out to be better than the main course. In this case, the main campaign. There are about 15 side quests, not including the points of interest, and now you might say, well, Witcher 3 had 400 of these. While that's true, every side quest in the game can take up to 3 hours. They are really open-ended with multiple choices to make at each turn and with multiple endings. They are less in number, sure, but here they have applied quality over quantity rule unlike many other games. The dialogue options and choices are again one of the good points. This is perhaps the only game which actually tells you what Adam is going to say, and it's all accompanied with Elias Tufex's awesome gravely voice. The cast is done a pretty darn good job, as well as the writing team. And the soundtrack, again like Human Revolution the prequel, has been knocked out of the park. It's one of the best cyberpunkish style music in the market, and it goes beautifully with the game. Michael McCann and this time 2 new composers, Sonic Mayhem and Ed Harrison, have done a great job and crafted one of the best video game soundtracks of all time. But this was all good talk and good vibes, but with every good talk comes a bad responsibility. I've got 2 major problems. The narrative, which has been done by the same team as that of HR, has been slightly downgraded per se. This time they picked up, in my opinion, one of the most overdone scenarios in cinemas. About racism, yay! With this mechanical apartheid stuff and all. The plot of Human Revolution was really good, with Jensen setting out this conspiracy and war within gangs and companies and protests and stuff, but here the entire story is about a train attack in the beginning of the game. I'm not talking about the side quest narratives, though they are miles better. Another thing is that this game rewards you for killing or knocking out enemies, so in other words you have to clear a place to get the most XP out of it. And there's no motivation to do no knockout style runs cause there's no reward for it. This was the thing done pretty well in the first Deus Ex. The only reason to knock enemies out was to steal their loot, and the main focus was on getting to the destination. Here you are busy knocking everyone out, and while it's a lot of fun, there should be rewards for other style runs too. And this one is a pet peeve, but there's no head bobbing. It's the worst thing to ever happen to a first-person shooter. It really messes with the immersion and took me out of the game multiple times. It's as if Jensen has a non-budging head or something, which would make sense as he's a god-tier cyborg, but using my detective mode I found out that in the official gameplay demo, head bobbing was actually present. The only reason I think why they scrapped it off was because of optimization, which is pretty unfortunate. I actually found a lot of other stuff, to like how the Rucker Extraction, the 6th mission of the game, was originally the 2nd, and if you have played the storyline, it would actually make sense if this was the 2nd, and with this game being cut in half and all, I don't know what else they scrapped or changed. And everyone says the 2 DLCs are actually scrapped content, but I'll be honest, I can say that about the first one, which could have been a big side mission, but the second one, A Criminal Past, is massive. Jensen infiltrates a prison, and I really don't want to spoil it, but both are amazing. But ultimately, Deus Ex Mankind Divided is a really fine game and with no means bad. It's a shame what corporations can do to works of art. It's available for like $1 nowadays with all DLCs included, so I really suggest buying it. That was it about this video, hope you all enjoyed it. Comment down below what you think of this great game and I'll be happy to discuss. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you all later.